Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, you're watching Daybreak on Trust TV. Let's dive right ahead. Now, across Nigeria this week, the story has been the same. Long queues, rising prices and frustrated faces at filling stations. Now, from Abuja to Kano, Lagos to Maiduguri, many Nigerians have spent nights in their cars waiting hours just to buy a few litres of petrol. Some stations are selling the petrol between 950 naira to 1,000 naira per litre, and for many that means tough choices between getting to work or putting food on the table. Now, transport fares have doubled in some cities. Traders say the cost of moving goods has gone up again, and generator owners are cutting down usage just to save costs. For many ordinary Nigerians, this isn't just a fuel issue. It's about survival, daily struggle, and the growing cost of living. Now, the NNPC insists there's enough supply, while independent marketers blame distribution challenges and the high cost of foreign exchange. But at the end of the day, it's the people who bear the brunt: the workers, students, drivers, and families. So at this point, this morning, we want to hear directly from you. What is the situation in your area? Are stations selling, and at what price? And how is this fuel crisis affecting your daily life? Make sure you call us in on the numbers displayed right on your screen. Call us in and send us a WhatsApp message as well so that we can read out your thoughts. I believe we have our first caller this morning. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name? All right, it is Shatima Yakudima from Maiduguri. Thank you for joining us this morning, Shatima.
Hello?
Yes, good morning, Shatima. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Trust TV. Shatima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning. How is Maiduguri this morning?
Maiduguri, alhamdulillah. Maiduguri is cool. Maiduguri is fine.
That is great. So how is it on your end when it comes to this fuel scarcity and the long queues?
Well, honestly speaking, when you talk about the queue, there is no queue, honestly speaking.
All right.
Because even this morning, I drove my children at school. When I'm driving back home, I stop at the Matrix filling station. I bought it at 970 naira per liter. And Matrix station here is in Maiduguri is the cheapest said liter. Is 970 naira this morning. That's how I bought it. But there is nothing we can do. This is something that it become part and parcel of life. We are just praying for Almighty Allah to provide for us, so that we can buy. This is a thing that you cannot do anything about it. If you look at the way government they are not taking any action about it, so there is nothing we can do. We can only pray for all families. May Allah provide for all families to buy, so that we can push on life. So you see, but it's a shame. It's a shame, honestly speaking. We are producing this product. This product is ours. I was imagining, Hauwa, if to say this petroleum was we are not producing this petroleum, what will happen? So we thank Almighty Allah have given us the petroleum in our country. But the way our leaders, they have shown no interest about it. I doubt much if to say we have been importing this product outside the country. We can just imagine what will happen, how the life will be. So we thank Almighty Allah. We thank Almighty Allah. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much, Shatima, for your thoughts. And the situation in your area, Shatima said there aren't long lines where he got his petrol. But at the end of the day, I would say it's a very trying time for Nigerians, with the high cost of living, the rising inflation rates, and then the cost of petrol, which directly affects food prices when it comes to transportation, when it comes to conducting your business, as well as your day-to-day life as well. So it's quite hard for people trying to navigate life at this point. And having fuel prices climb all the time is very disruptive when it comes to conducting your day-to-day. Survival is quite hard and it becomes a daily struggle every day. But at this point, we would like to hear from you. Call us in. Let us hear the situation in your area. What is going on? Are there long queues? Is it easy for you to access the petrol? Or are there trying times whereby the prices have skyrocketed? As earlier mentioned, in Maiduguri right now, it's 900. He got it with 970 naira per litre. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Adamu Kiyawa, good morning.
Good morning, Abasenko. Thank you for joining us.
This is Abasenko calling from Gombe State.
Good morning, Abasenko. So how is it in Gombe this morning?
There's a filling station very close to where I reside, costly oil. Close. They are not selling, so I don't even know how much the price of fuel, because I don't have a car here. I don't have the price to my car is in Lagos. But sincerely speaking, it is a shock. It is a big shock that, just like Shima said, that we are producing. If we are not producing, it's a different thing. And if we are not producing, how will this country fare? Our big men, they should reflect. They should think about the masses. They should think about the less privileged. Sincerely speaking, I'm not happy, because when I see things happening, it breaks my heart that we cannot common fuel that we have, we cannot manage it. And Dangote that has come to help us to relish our troubles. There are saboteurs that are inching that this man liquidate, die out. Why are we like this? And there are so many people that are richer than Dangote in this country. Look at ITC at that time. Fela sang about international activities. There are so many presidents that are richer than, in Nigeria here, that are richer than Dangote. Buhari is richer than Dangote. I'm telling you the truth. Because if you see the saga, oil saga they did during the Obasanjo regime, what they did, why can't our NNPC work? This man that has tried to fix this NNPC, to fix this refinery, they want to damage that refinery just as they damage, so that they will be importing fuel from abroad. It is uncalled for. God is going to fight for us, just like Imadi said. God will fight for us. The less privileged, our blood will cry for them. So this end, I just want to say, trust is a station where an individual like me becomes inspired. From the egg woman, to the shoe cobbler, to the furniture maker, to the market people in Gombe here. The man with the hippopotamus in Cameroon that these people have been showing us. The 5 Chinese rocket chasers. I want to thank Trust TV, because you are doing a job that no television station in Nigeria have done. You have been educating personally myself. And that is why I don't play with this station. I watch this station for almost 12 hours or 8 hours before I switch to any other station. And I want to add that look at America. The president of America came to Israel. And look at what the president of Israel, the prime minister, he said. He has value for his country. And look at what America said. We must have value for our country. Thank you, Kiyawa. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Abasenkong, for your thoughts and opinions. And at this point, according to the independent petrol marketers, they will be going on their own, and they will continue importing petrol if this persists due to the lack of supply when it comes to petrol. But on one end, for Dangote, the supply to petrol marketers has reduced due to the fact that the Naira to crude initiative or policy has lapsed. And with that, it would not allow him to, sell to the marketers here in Nigeria. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning. And thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you, Presenter. My name is Abubakar, calling you from Gwagwalada.
Good morning, Abubakar.
Good morning, too. The current situation in Gwagwalada, a liter is being sold at 955 naira. So if you give them 1,000 no change, they offer no change for you. So it is more or less a liter is being sold for 1,000. So that is the current situation. When shall we be freed from this tyranny of fuel price to an oil-rich country, Nigeria, which is richly endowed, but we are going back and forth on oil price. We don't enjoy the God-given resources. If you research, Google is even a war-torn country like Libya, they are selling a liter equivalent to Nigeria, let's say 200 naira. It's not of the 200 naira. But an oil-rich country with all the monopoly and what have you. And this government is boasting that they have been able to control prices of food items. But with the current surge in price again, it will translate on all the goods and services. It is calamity. Thank you. That is my take.
All right, thank you very much for that, highlighting the situation in Gwagwalada at this moment. But it is quite true and understandable to see that Nigeria is an oil-rich country, and for it to be going through these kind of scarcities, for you to have long queues wrapped around, filling stations. But let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Hauwa. This is Mr. Paul. I'm calling from Makodi.
Good morning, Mr. Paul. How is Makodi this morning?
Makodi is good. We are buying fuel in Makodi. I bought fuel yesterday at the Total filling station at now 60 naira in Makodi here.
Okay.
What I want to say concerning this issue on ground is that, to my own opinion, I don't think there is anything that a sitting government should not be able to control or to monitor to the betterment of the masses of that country, that particular government is governed. That is my point, my first point. Now that they allow this fuel price to be fluctuating to the detriment of the masses, I don't think it's a good omen to us. They intentionally want to suffer us. I don't know why Nigeria cases is always like this. What we have as our own will be a trouble to us. I don't know why it's like that. The other day we were discussing about failure in this our electricity in Nigeria. I was trying to call out there. I could not reach get you people. We don't have a sufficient light in Nigeria, but we are giving light to Nigeria and other part of Africa country. While we that owns it are suffering. So also the issue of this fuel issue now, that the price is going up every day, not thinking of what the masses are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. It's just that in Nigeria here, we can go with anything that comes up without much complaint. But I want to tell the government, you are not a civil servant, I'm a businessman, but they should be ready, as far as this price of fuel keeps going up, they should be ready to add more money to these people who are working for them as in salary, because there is no way these people can survive if you keep making things that they should affect easily for them to be a tough thing. That some of them, the transfer they are spending from their house to their work through and through is equal to the amount you are paying them as salary at the end of the day. Look at the issue of this university ASU staffs, what they are fighting for. You are trying to, instead of you to bring things easy, let people assess what they are supposed to assess easily, so that you can pay them a cheap labor and things will go on. Indirectly you are hiding other one person or whatever to make life tough for people. Look at the issue of data and the rest. You cannot easily get a data. You cannot buy a research card at a lesser money. If it will cost our government to allow these people to be operating without tax so that Nigerians can benefit, they should do it. Now that the price of fuel is going up, let them be ready now. People will still request for more money to add to their salary so that they can live in Nigeria. Because the Nigeria cannot go to Ghana and be living there as his own place. This is our place. So whatever that will make life to be easy for people, that is what we want from this government. Thank you very much. I'm not happy.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Paul. It is obvious that when there's a hike in anything, especially if it is something that affects you directly and has a ripple effect into other things, definitely Nigerians would not be happy about it, because at the end of the day, the purchasing power has reduced, but prices are increasing, inflation is rising, transport fare and everything that is in between. Let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yusuf Ahmed, calling you from Mararaba.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is the situation in Gwagwalada?
Not Gwagwalada, Mararaba.
Mararaba, all right. What is the situation in Mararaba?
Yes. Well, when we buy fuel here, like yesterday, I bought fuel at the rate of 944 naira at Irano.
Okay.
In one month village. What I have to say here is that my concern is that any association that is not benefiting to the masses is rubbish. And that's why is trying to hold us to ransom. They have been doing this thing for years. We have been enduring it. But now God has exposed them to the Nigerian people. They said it before now that when there is a privatization, the market will determine how the fuel price will be sold. Now we are seeing it gradually. I can't see a fuel of 850 naira and go ahead and buy the ones of 1,000 naira. If they can't dance to what the masses want, they should leave the business to stay by force. When the few numbers of individuals dance themselves from association and they want to weaken the Nigerian people, God will surely deal with them. Because this is not the benefit of the masses. We have been suffering from this issue of fuel subsidy or fuel that for years. There is no period that Nigerian people have ever enjoyed that 1, 2, 3 years or a specific government comes and finishes its tenure without any issue of fuel matter. What are they looking for? These people already, they have what they want. Will they continue holding Nigeria to ransom? Will they allow us to drink water? Haba! This is unfair. They should have it in their mind that anything they are doing on this earth, God is watching. And by the time God comes to deal with you, God will send you the sickness that you never ever have the cure into. They should please rethink. If Dangote is trying to be monopoly, let it be. Let us enjoy it for now. At least if this man continues, some people will come out and they will follow suit. But you don't give this man the enabling environment. How will he succeed? You want to encourage other people to come so far that yes, Dangote is making it and let us join too, so that Nigeria people will join. Please, this is an advice, and they say a word is a word for the wise, but it is a not for the wise. They should please, for the benefit of Nigeria people, they have children. They should not think that they have everything. Anything that happens in this country, they will leave us and go into it. But if you go there, the same thing that you think here is also happen to you, because you rule people's life before you don't get the money, and you think that the Nigeria is not secure for you, so you are going to another country. Go to another country, and God that live in Nigeria will also catch up with you there. So I am begging the guns of the Penderson, they should please and let Nigeria be. This is too much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, for your thoughts and opinions. And at the end of the day, there needs to be a lasting solution for these issues that keep on recurring, especially when it comes to petrol, when it comes to the price of fuel. It is quite important because it affects every aspect of every Nigerian's life when it comes to having petrol or fuel, and the prices skyrocketing. It affects your livelihood, that's for one. Secondly, it affects your movement. It restricts your movement. It restricts it increases the prices of, food as well, because of the price of transportation as well. It increases your daily your spending as well. And aside from that, every other thing around it, when it comes to your electricity, when it comes to everything that goes on in your life. But then let us look at the WhatsApp messages that we have for this morning. For the first WhatsApp message, we have Abdurrahman Amin. He says, good morning, Trust TV Daybreak team. Here in Just, petrol prices are behaving like they're on a mission to reach the clouds. Most stations now sell between 950 naira, and 1,000 naira per litre, while the official rate hovers around 955. It's funny how fuel prices seem to have their own promotion calendar. They just keep going up whether salary follows or not. Across the country, Abuja and Lagos stations have joined the same trend, selling around 950 per litre despite earlier hopes of a price relief. Even when Dangote hinted at lower rates, many stations acted like they didn't hear the news. Maybe the radio in the office wasn't working. Now, the result is that every pump attendant has become a minister of finance, deciding what price suits the day. Here in Jos, the ripple effect is painful. Transport fares have doubled, food prices have followed, and even sachet water now feels like imported juice. The government really needs to fix supply and pricing once and for all, because as one tired driver said at the station yesterday, we no longer buy fuel to move cars, we buy it to test our patience. God bless Nigeria and Nigerians. Thank you very much, Abdurrahman Amin, for that. And we have another message. We have another message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kafan Hausa, Jigawa State. And he says, good morning to the presenters. Well done, you're doing well. Here in Jigawa, the price is not friendly. The situation is beyond comment, as there is no stable price. When you talk about fuel price, especially from the taking over of power by Mr. Tinubu's administration on May 29th in 2023, everyone knows it. How the situation bites painfully. Since 2023, this fuel price hike has caused unexplained and unmeasurable hardship to Nigerians. Insecurity is at an increase on a daily basis. Unemployment, inflation is unbearable. Decay of moral attitude, as agitation, and the democracy is in danger. This petrol price led a common man not to afford 3 square meals a day. He cannot pay school fees, house rent, and even afford medical bill. What a life. The government should try its possible best to save Nigeria and Nigerians, even if by not reducing the fuel price, but to tackle the insecurity, unemployment, provide medical care to the common man, let them have free education, etc. Do the needful by making the common man in Nigeria smile and move the country forward positively. Thank you very much, Adamu Muhammad Usman. Next up, we have a message from Kwara State. There is no name indicated there. So good morning. The situation in Kwara is getting worse for teachers. Okay, I believe that is a different message. So let's take another one. It says, good morning, Trust TV in crew of the day. The situation isn't any different in the city of Jos, as price of PMS has jacked up from 900 to between 980 to 1,020. That is quite the highest we've heard this morning. So the federal government should really do something about it. All right, thank you very much, Dr. St. Livingston. Ekanem for that. We've heard from you. We've heard all, the prices in different areas right here in Nigeria. And the highest we've heard so far this morning is 1,020 naira, which is quite alarming. And I hope that the government will look at the situation at hand and try and ease everything and make it better for Nigerians, for them to have their lives easily livable.